Hey, welcome back. Episode 19.
Johnny U episode.
I feel like we haven't introduced ourselves. Like, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, we used to introduce, hey, I'm Zach, this is Corey. You know what I'm saying?
People know. It's 19 episodes in.
But what if they don't, though? What if episode 19 is the first time they listen to us?
All right, well, this is Corey and this is Zach.
Hey, how are you?
How's it going?
Welcome to the Flexin Nerd Podcast, where we talk about sports and sometimes movies, sometimes video games. That's the nerd part.
I mean, yeah, but we kind of suppress our nerd.
So, it's something here and there. Last week we went on a little bit of a tangent about Star Wars.
Yeah, and that's why we suppress it, because if we don't, we're gonna double our runtime.
Oof, yeah, we can't do that. Anyway, the NBA kicked off this week. Kicked off? They tipped off.
Oh, yeah, I want to talk about that.
Shh, we'll get to it. I don't want to talk about it as much as I thought I did, but there are a lot of college football this weekend. It was a busy day today. We record on Saturdays, in case you're wondering. That's why some of this stuff seems out of date when you listen to it. Anyway, do you have a would you rather for us this week, sir?
Would you rather only play in the first three quarters or only the fourth?
So here's the thing. When dealing with someone a la Skip Bayless, the fourth quarter is all that matters. So
Skip is wrong. So.
I mean, I agree. It's not all that matters, but it is clutch time. So I'll tell you this. When I was a wee lad, they would only put me in the basketball game to play defense. And then when we got the ball back, they would take me out and they would play offense.
You are a good defender.
So my guess is it would be like that, and so I'd want to play in the fourth quarter.
I'm just happy to be here, folks.
Okay, of course, like, as long as I get in the game.
Man, I'm telling you.
Anyway.
You know how sad it was to put a jersey on and never get it dirty? That's how that was my high school football career right there.
You only played one season.
For a reason. I'm not going to go out here and practice my ass off to sit on the sideline.
So you don't want to try hard and improve yourself?
Look,
where's your believe it?
I'm 5'3.5". I wasn't going to play. Not even for Elkhart Central. I wasn't gonna play.
So do you think people told Julian Edelman he couldn't play?
Probably. But he's a little taller than me.
Oh, 5 inches, fella.
Yeah. Tyreek Cohen's only 5'6".
Tariq.
Whatever. He sucks.
That's just not true.
Tell me more about the Bears offense. Shh. Okay. Even the Bears don't believe him. That's why they only run the ball 4 times a game.
We have a backup running back who's decent. I don't know why.
Is he?
Yeah.
Why you run the ball?
Because our coach didn't want to run the ball. I don't know.
Because he believes in Mitch. Excuse me. Wow.
Well.
Sub-Freudian slip, am I right?
If the shoe freaking fits. Hey, so, fun fact.
Here we go.
Ryan Zimmerman is the first player whose last name starts with Z to hit a home run in the World Series.
So ESPN's just running out of facts, right?
I looked it up. This is me and my research team.
Astros are going to lose.
I hope so.
Gosh.
No, here's the thing that's really weird, right? That the Washington Nationals let their supposedly best player walk in free agency, and now they're going to win the World Series.
This is literally what me and Mo were talking about all week. This makes Bryce Harper look bad, right?
Bad. But is it his fault, though?
No. It just... Maybe he just 1 year too late.
Maybe the chemistry, he brought the locker room down.
Probably.
I don't understand because
I know they got that young kid Juan Soto who looks like a freak.
You can't just make up names. Oh, you got mad at me all last week for making shit up.
So literally in training camp, and he was in AA, and they didn't have anywhere for him to sleep. And he had to sleep on the floor, and he's like, "Don't worry," because they were talking about, we can get you a bed or whatever. He said, "Don't worry, I'm not going to be here long." They called him up a week later.
That's awesome. That's confidence. I love it. Anyway, bonus fact.
Here we go.
Tom Brady has played 20 years in the NFL. How many years do you think he's been selected to the All-Pro team?
3.
Did you know that already?
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah, 3 times. 20 years, he's only been All-Pro 3 times.
Yeah, you know why?
Because he's not good.
No. Mr. Check It Down.
Checking it.
Speaking of which, I want to put it out there, because I know your family listens to this.
Yes, they do.
I'm coming back in this fantasy league. 2 in a row, baby. 2 in a row.
Good for you. Hey, I want
Dalvin
you to know...
Cook put up 25 points for me Thursday.
Yeah, he does that. Yeah, he'll do that. Listen, speaking of my family who listen to this, if you don't know, they're Bears fans. But I've heard some unsettling, unfortunate rumors.
Here we go.
So, if you didn't know, Adam Schefter said Tom Brady looks like he's setting up to leave the Patriots.
Oh, gosh.
His contract has been restructured to have, this is his last year.
Here it comes.
His trainer's house is up for sale, and his house is up for sale in New England.
Okay, here we go.
People keep rumoring him to
Say
Chicago.
It. Yes.
No.
You know why I'm excited?
I will not be a Bear.
You know why I'm excited?
Nope.
Because you're going to be rooting for old Tomsky out there.
No, I will not.
Like, come on, number 12.
Never.
Let's go.
Nope. Listen, here's the other thing. Here's the other reason I think he's leaving. You know they traded for Mohamed Sanu.
He offered number 12 up?
Bro.
I think it was a joke.
You know what it was? It was a test. He was like, if he says he wants number 12, he can't stay. He's leaving.
We're cutting him tomorrow, tonight, right now.
So, yeah. What do you want to talk about first?
So hold on. So I watched a video of Colin Cowherd.
Yeah.
He was talking about how the Bears need to do something.
Yeah, they have to.
He literally said he brought up the Jackson or Saxonville. Mm-hmm. He brought up all these good defense. He said there's a reason why good like these once in a season, once in every 5 seasons defenses only do it for 1 season. It's because they get tired of going out there and trying all the time to lose.
Correct. When you saw, I literally watched it happen on Sunday. They're like, why? Our quarterback is trash.
Trash. So he said that they need to do something now, and they were talking about the whole your little prediction.
Cam.
And Colin Cowherd doesn't think that's a good idea. Colin's got somebody else in mind that would fit your team better and probably elevate you to winning the...
Who is that?
Teddy Bridgewater.
They can't get him from the Saints now?
Why not?
How?
Breeze is back.
They know what he means to that team, though.
According to Colin, he thinks Drew Brees has got 2 years left in the tank.
No, Drew Brees is done after this season.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm going off based off this video
fine.
that Colin...
Go ahead.
Colin said he's got 2.5 more years, including half this year, right? So if you got 2.5 years and you don't have to worry about your backup quarterback, why keep Teddy around? Trade him now.
You clearly, obviously have to worry about your backup quarterback. Drew Brees literally got injured.
He really did bring up a point. On a fluke injury, though. That was one of those ones where you throw it and you hit your hand on a helmet. How often do you hear about that?
Drew Brees is 45,000 years old.
First of all,
if he gets landed on...
If you would have watched this video, Colin, like he always does, makes complete sense.
But that's the thing that bugs me, is even when he doesn't make sense, you're like, makes sense. I can believe that.
But he was like,
I agree.
He was like, it's not like a knee injury.
No,
it's not
you're
like,
right.
It's not like he broke his leg.
But he is old, dog.
He is. And I'm not arguing with you. But look me in the eye. Who would you rather have? Cam Newton, who's always hurt?
Oh, Cam.
Or Teddy Bridgewater?
Cam. Because this season...
Somebody who can't complete passes? Somebody who turns the ball over?
So
somebody that doesn't dive on the ball in the Super Bowl?
Before he was injured last season, so through 8 weeks of last season, he was completing 70% of his passes.
So he played half the year. You're willing to trade away draft picks for somebody who hardly ever plays a full year. Teddy Bridgewater's injury was a fluke.
Listen, he played every game last year, but he got hurt in week 8, is what I'm saying. Before
he was hurt for half the year.
Before his shoulder injury, he was completing 70% of his passes.
You know who else gets hurt a lot?
Who?
Mitch Trubisky.
Get him out.
Oh, so you get rid of him, but you'll take Cam Newton. Why? Because he has a bazooka?
I'm not saying take Cam Newton for this season, okay?
No, I'm saying don't take him at all.
Ride this out.
No, that's a mistake. Don't do that.
Why?
Don't punt on this year.
Punt.
Don't punt. Who do you have on that defense?
Who are we going to catch?
Who do you have on that defense you got to pay?
Nobody.
You sure?
Yep.
All right.
They're all under lock and key at least for another year. So what you do is...
but there's no guarantee that they're going to play the way they're playing now. Prince Amukamara, everyone's getting...
Prince needs to go.
Khalil's getting older.
He has a 5-year deal.
So that doesn't matter.
Here's the thing.
You know who doesn't care about that? Father Time.
Khalil Mack isn't even 30 yet.
So, it's 29.
Listen, this season, it's right before the trade deadline.
Don't punt
you are not going to be able to get Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, you are.
No, you're not.
You're going to have to trade a piece.
He just won five games in a row.
Who on that defense could you trade right now? You could trade somebody. I guarantee you.
One of the corners.
Get rid of Amukamara. They don't need Amukamara.
You think you're getting Amukamara? They don't need a corner?
No, Amukamara and like a pick, dog.
We don't have any first-round picks. We gave them all up for Khalil. That's why I'm saying...
It was worth it, though.
That's why I'm saying you have to wait until...
Akeem Hicks, whatever his last name is.
Hicks, and that's a big piece. That's a deep
tackle. Yeah, and
bro.
that's not a good thing to give the Saints, because then you'd have him and Cameron Jordan. Yeah.
I know the Panthers are too, but I think at the end of the year, right, you could get Cam for less.
I just think it's a bad.
I honestly think you can get Cam for less, and if he has not played a full season. He's had over a year off to be fully healthy. If Cam Newton comes back fully healthy, he is the best quarterback available.
No,
and he will be available.
I don't think you punt on this year. I really don't. Chicago, this is your only chance. First, can we talk about how to fix Chicago real quick? Let's all talk about
it. Starts at the quarterback.
Take play calling away from Nagy. He just clearly doesn't trust his running game. So for some reason he's in love with Mitch Trubisky. First of all, the fact that you're in love with a man named Mitch, that's your problem.
The problem is he shouldn't be in love with him. That's not his quarterback. He didn't draft him.
Still, but you fall in love with the team you have.
Unless when he got offered the job, he was like, I can make him work.
Yeah, and I think that's what he's doing. And now he probably feels like he's playing for his life. He's coaching for his life.
No, if anything, he gets to stay in the quarterback's guy, in my opinion.
Yeah, the way that your team has played this year.
Because literally anybody you talk to ever from day one said that is a mistake at quarterback.
We have a quarterback for you. Our backup quarterback's pretty decent. Better than
who?
Nick Mullins, that guy that came in when Garoppolo got hurt last year. Why? Because his name is Nick Mullins. Better than Mitch.
It is. Don't get me wrong. The thing is that nobody thinks Matt Nagy is a problem because clearly he needs to adjust his coaching style.
Trubisky is the problem.
Correct. But you can have many problems on a team. Nobody you talk to says, well, clearly the coach has got to go. No, the coach is making a mistake, but because he's probably been told Mitch needs to work. You know what I mean? And that's not fair to him.
They need to take play calling away from him. Bro, you can't win with having Trubisky throw the ball 50 times a game.
No, you can't have win with Mitch playing.
He had 30-some completions last game and only had like 200 yeah, 200 exactly.
Like 70
That's a lot of checkdowns, bro.
I know. You're not telling. I watched the whole game.
I'm saying
our only offensive touchdown, or our only touchdown of the game, came from Cordero Patterson until 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in that game.
And that was a beautiful run back.
It was. That's what he does. That's why you got him. But I don't understand. I didn't. Maybe the Saints stifled Ezekiel Elliott in the Cowboys' offensive line. Maybe he just felt like there's no use even trying.
You got to try. And I don't think they're running the ball. I don't think they're running the ball.
That's because Tariq Cohen
should be your
third down back.
Yeah.
David Montgomery, who led the NCAA in broken tackles last year, should be your starting running back. He is slippery. The only time he had significant playing time was against Green Bay. And every single time he got the ball, he didn't necessarily gain a bunch of yards, but he was not tackled by the first guy not one time I watched him. It took 2 or 3 guys every time to bring him down. I'm not saying he's super strong, but that's
better than a
slippery.
5'6" running back that can't run between the tackles. That's what you're saying. Yeah. Or here's another one for you. Bears should have traded Jordan Howard.
Duh. Although he doesn't look good in
Well, yeah, but he was decent in Chicago.
You had thunder and lightning.
Chicago needs to go back to what's always done them well. Run the ball
and play defense.
Exactly.
But even then, the only way that the defense keeps playing at a high level is with confidence. In that, okay, we're going to give the offense a short field. They're not going to punt because they suck. And right now, if I'm Khalil Mack, I'm not going out throwing linemen just because. And
just to make my numbers look good at the end of the year.
Bro, it was.
You know what I'd rather have besides the Defensive Player of the Year award? Super Bowl.
We have a Super Bowl defense.
Yeah, they were my Super Bowl team. I didn't think they'd come out.
Fault. Yeah, and my Super Bowl team's 3-4. Philly's terrible. Philly's worse than Chicago.
Yeah, they're not great.
I know we talked about those last week, but I want to bring it up again. Every quarterback -2 who's played the Philadelphia Eagles has thrown for at minimum 320 yards, I think is the least.
Well, since we're talking about football, why don't we stay on it?
Are you sure?
Aaron Rodgers? We'll talk about Aaron Rodgers.
Well, see, that's going to come up in my bullshit Skip Bayless says talk.
Okay, then we'll save that.
Oh.
Any trades we want to talk about real quick?
Because the Eagles play the... All right, we got that on here too. Trades? Not
Michael
yet.
Bennett got traded for a vending machine.
2 vending machines.
No, it was a 7th round pick, 6th if he plays, I think, a lot.
Yeah, depending on his performance. Skip Bayless says that's going to be our Amari Cooper trade this year.
Whatever. That's why no one's talking about it. Bleacher Report didn't even send me an update. I had to find it out on Instagram. Mohamed Sanu got traded.
Yeah, to the Patriots.
Is that it?
That's a good pickup. He's a little bigger, but I guess
because they had to put Josh Gordon on the IR.
They put Josh Gordon on the IR, and he was like,
"They're gonna waive him."
Yeah,
they're giving up. And I think this is it for him.
The only reason is he's been reliable not reliable. I mean, he's not gotten in any trouble. He's just bad now. He's not like Josh Gordon from 2013. Go look at the highlights. That dude was looking like a freak. Like, he led the NFL in yards and touchdowns in 13 games.
Because he was so high, he was playing against 22 people, not 11. So he had to put his moves on them. He was triple teamed on every play when it was just one guy.
He looks. Shannon Sharp says it best. He looks like he plays the piano on his back. He looks like a tight end. He's like 250 pounds. Like he's big and slow now. So they're gonna waive him. They're gonna hopefully get N'Keal Harry back soon, and he'll play. But I don't. They were saying that
that's
Muhammad
that kid that they took in the draft.
First round, the only first round, the first round wide receiver that Bill Belichick's taken since he was with Cleveland.
Damn.
Bonus fact. So you want to talk about Skip Bayless? Oh, corrections. I'm sorry, corrections. Jenny Taft is the third member of Undisputed. I couldn't remember her name last week. I want to be respectful. Her name is Jenny Taft. She's really good. I like her.
Probably the only one on that show worth watching.
Shannon Sharp's worth watching, Doug. Only because he's funny.
Yeah, but he doesn't reach across the table and smack Skip every time he says something dumb.
That would be a much better show.
Like you're responsible for 10% of the things that Skip says.
The other thing was the replacement for Jimmy Johnson was Barry Switzer. I made up some name, so I figured I should be respectful.
He literally just came in and was like, hey, Jerry Jones was like, hey, don't fuck this up.
So last week, we were arguing about who DBU is. I don't know if it was on air or not. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Because I said it was Florida State.
Yeah, you're wrong. But here's 5 reasons why LSU is DBU, and no one's even close.
Look, you can't write an article, submit it to ESPN, they print it, and then you act like you didn't write it.
I didn't write it.
The greatest cornerback of all time came from that Florida State.
So you're gonna give me one? Okay.
Don't throw Patrick Peterson in there.
LSU has had more first round talent at cornerback since 2000 in 15 years. LaRon Landry, Patrick Peterson, Mo Claiborne, Jamal Adams.
All Moore Claiborne does is give up touchdowns, and all Patrick Peterson does is take performance enhancing drugs. Go on.
Patrick Peterson has been in trouble one time.
Mm-hmm. And now that he doesn't take them, now he's just getting beat all the time.
He hasn't played.
Actually, didn't he actually have a really good week last week?
Yeah, he did. It's fine. You tell me Jamal Adams is a scrub? LeBron Landry was a baller his first few years?
If you play the Jets in Madden, don't do it. You know what? Don't even play offense.
Since 2010, 14 LSU defensive backs have been picked, 5 in the first round. 10 of them were taken in the first 3 rounds.
What's his name from Buffalo is
Tre'Davious White.
Yeah.
From LSU.
You know what? You're right. I'll eat crow. I don't give a shit.
Hold on.
You know how often I am wrong when me and you were talking?
Tyrann Mathieu?
At this point, the Honey Badger? At this point, I'm just used to being wrong.
Eric Reed played for your 49ers. Pro Bowl.
Plays for the Panthers now.
Yeah, no.
You know why? Because they were the only ones.
I'm just saying, LSU is DBU.
They are, but Florida State's up there too, though.
So Florida State, Florida, Ohio State, Alabama, they all got them. But LSU puts them out literally every year.
It's true.
LSU's always got players coming in. Hey.
Fun fact.
Here we go. So Cody Parkey played his first NFL game since playing for Chicago Bears. He was kicking an extra point. Can anybody out there guess what he did on his first kick?
Me.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, sir.
Did he doink it?
He freaking doinked it, man. Listen.
What did you think was going to happen?
I need you to think about something. There was a game.
Hold on, do you want me to Parkey and listen?
No. So there was a game last year against the Lions, or was it the Dolphins, one of the two. He hit the uprights 4 separate times on extra points. We lost that game by a field goal, by the way, so that's 4 points he just lost. Listen, I saw a tweet that said Cody Parkey, if you bet him, he couldn't hit it on purpose as many times as he's hit it on accident.
Or maybe he's just that accurate.
That he misses field goals on purpose.
Maybe he wanted to be a doctor, but his dad wanted him to be an NFL kicker, and this is his way of getting back at his dad.
So, do you remember? Now, this is going to test your knowledge a little bit.
Do you remember?
Mike Vanderjagt.
Yeah. Stupid kicker.
Kicker for the Colts. He missed a field goal to lose a game. I think it was in the playoffs, maybe against the Steelers that year the Steelers went and won the Super Bowl. I remember he lost his job because of it.
That's just because Peyton kicked the door in and says, if this mother...
And then, so the next season, I remember him, he was playing for the Cowboys, I think.
Yep.
Missed another field goal in the preseason, same distance. Like a month later, after he's been cut, he's on one of the late night talk shows. And he's going to kick a field goal. He's like, look, it's not that bad, I can make it. And he misses it on the talk show, too. Cody Parkey's just going to doink it every time he kicks it, man. The Titans got to cut him.
It's in his head now.
Speaking of the Titans, they benched Marcus Mariota.
Good. About time. For
Ryan Tannehill.
Mariota, I said that when he got drafted. It's only a matter of time. It wasn't that great. It's those spread quarterbacks, man. They don't play well in the NFL.
Patrick Mahomes.
Not a spread quarterback.
He threw for 700 yards in a game.
Okay, it's also because he's got a bazooka.
Not 700 yards in a season. Not 700 yards in 3 games. In 1 game, he threw for 700 yards.
It's college.
He played for Texas Tech.
It's college, though.
Apologize.
No.
He's not a spread quarterback. You're an idiot.
Name someone else besides Mahomes.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, look at Baker.
Listen, he's playing.
Not well. He's going to find himself on the bench soon for...
Who else is a spread quarterback in the NFL?
Nobody. Doesn't work.
It does work.
Patrick Mahomes is the exception to the rule. And of course he is. He's a freak.
Nah, dog. You're wrong.
No, I'm not.
All right, you're wrong.
I'm not.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Name another one.
I'm working on it.
Deshaun Watson? No.
Clemson's not spread. They weren't spread when he was
Nobody's spread that plays well.
there. Okay. So let's go down the list. Buffalo Bills, no. Dolphins.
Do they even have a quarterback?
No.
You're gonna cut all this.
Dwayne
out.
Haskins.
You're gonna cut all this.
I'm
out.
not going to call this. Russell Wilson. He was a spread quarterback. Drew
No.
Brees, Aaron Rodgers, no. Carson Wentz was a spread quarterback.
Yeah, and look how well they're playing. 3
Carson
and 4.
Wentz is good.
3 and 4.
Jared Goff, spread quarterback.
They're also trash this year. Keep going. I'm waiting.
Kyler Murray
Yeah, trash.
won 2 games in a row.
Ooh.
You're saying,
Who-
but the
against-
whole team,
against
the
who?
quarterbacks are good. The
Against who?
Bengals
Okay.
and the Falcons.
Okay.
You're wrong.
Scrub City right there.
Dog. A spread quarterbacks. All the quarterbacks who get drafted next year, spread quarterbacks.
Yeah, none of them are going to work. Tua's not a spread quarterback.
Oh, yes, he is. Alabama, he has set the record in 2 years for yards at Alabama.
You could set the yards with that wide receiver he keeps throwing to. Judge Judy.
Yeah, he's a freak. And dude, they got like 3 or 4 deep at receiver. Bro,
I'm trademarking that now. He should be Judge Judy.
He'll get it if he plays well. So here's the thing.
Especially if he determines games.
Alabama was playing Western Kentucky Junior High School, and they called a big play, and the receivers were playing rock, paper, scissors to see who gets to run the go route because they wanted to catch the touchdown pass.
That's disgusting.
Can you imagine being a DB and you're like, Coach, sub, give me a sub. Anyway, shit.
Looking over at the sideline
What
with
are we
tears
talking
in your
about here?
eyes.
So are
How
we going?
shit spread quarterbacks are?
They're not shit. Though. So
No,
we
all right,
going?
then let me fix it. Oregon quarterbacks are trash.
Correct. That's a Plankton meme if anybody's curious. So listen, do we want to talk about the NBA?
Oh, for sure.
So opening night, it was a Tuesday. There was a game in LA. But Friday night, there's another game.
No. Let's rewind it back. Rewind it back.
So, can I give you some backstory? Just not backstory.
It was a stormy evening.
It was a dark night. Okay, not the Dark Knight, just a dark night.
Is he here?
I hope not. If we looked outside and there was a Batman on the, whoo! All right, we're on the third. Yeah, there would be some screaming. I'd jump out the window.
I'd fight long enough for you to get your daughter, and then I would die.
You wouldn't need to. I would get her out.
He'd
before
break my back.
Bane style.
Yeah.
Listen, we got on a tangent. So Tuesday night, Clippers Lakers open up. They play in the same building. If you didn't know, both teams have made some additions this year.
Yeah, just a couple people.
Just a couple.
Nobody you would know.
Kawhi Leonard, he's somebody. He played. Paul George, both his shoulders got surgery because he's not even good. The Lakers added Anthony Davis. Listen, there are 3 Lakers who were on the team last year playing.
Yeah.
So they have.
LeBron does what LeBron does best. He shows up, blows it up, until he gets what he wants.
Sure.
He didn't do that in Cleveland when he came back?
No. He did that before he got there.
Exactly. Because he was like, hey, I'm coming back, blow it up.
They didn't do that much. They only
They
just
did the
got
worst.
Kevin Love.
That was the worst trade ever.
No, because Andrew Wiggins is bad. I thought he was
happened to him?
Bro, okay, so like if you look, he's like, oh, Andrew Wiggins has set all these scoring records. Have you seen how many shots he's taken, bro? He's so inefficient. Like he'll score 20 points on 25 shots. Like he's bad.
Last night, Kobe style. Just like Kobe was just heaving him up to get 60.
Yeah, but he does that on a regular basis. I think he's missed like record setting. Like he's so inefficient. It's crazy. I would still take Kevin Love.
I wouldn't take Kevin Love.
Anyway,
I wouldn't take Kevin Love for a gumball machine.
Gumball machines are pretty great, dog.
I would trade him for that.
Oh, okay.
But like if they're like, hey, I'll give you nah.
I kind of like my gumball machine.
I like my gumball machine.
All right, but anyway, so the Lakers and the Clippers played opening night. There was another game opening night. Toronto played the Pelicans, but Zion didn't play, so who really cares?
No. That's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about the quote-unquote greatest duo in the NBA right now, AD and LeBron.
Yeah.
They put up 2 points combined in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
What happened? They're so great. They had everything going for them. They're going to win the finals, right?
Yeah, absolutely there.
Okay. 2 points combined in the fourth quarter.
So you're telling me
Here we go.
that in the history of watching LeBron James, has he ever started fast with a new team?
Yep.
Nope.
He took Cleveland to the finals his first year.
Yeah, their record wasn't good.
Well, he's not good. Anyway, let's keep going. I tried to sneak that one in.
You tried it. Yeah, no, it didn't work. Listen, he has a history of it in Miami. It took like 30 games before him and D-Wade started rolling, and then they won like 20 in a row. I know what happened in the finals.
No, here's what I really wanted to talk about. I don't know what analyst had said it, but somebody said that this game proves that Kawhi has surpassed LeBron in every facet of the game.
That was Charles Barkley.
Well, he's a fucking idiot.
I agree.
What way is Kawhi better?
Defense.
No. Maybe now.
Than LeBron.
Maybe now.
Yeah.
Actually, probably ever.
Nah, peak Miami Heat LeBron?
Yeah.
No.
Bro, you're not good if you just let somebody blow by you on purpose so you can block them from behind.
Miami
That's not
Heat
good.
LeBron played real defense and also could guard all five. Kawhi Leonard cannot guard all five positions. He can guard like some fours.
Yeah, I'd say 1 through 4 maybe, question mark.
He's not guarding centers. He's just not big
there
enough.
there aren't any centers out there anymore.
Well,
you got
sure.
Drummond and
Brook Lopez.
Ooh. You mean the
Giannis?
statue? Yeah, he airballed a 3-pointer the other night. Tell me more.
Did you see James Harden? So Giannis pulls up for a 3 and he airballs it, and James Harden ducked like if the ball was coming at him. It was really funny. But
speaking of the Rockets,
one game at a time.
You don't want to talk
The
about them
Lakers.
yet? I don't want to talk about the Lakers.
I know.
The season just started, and I'm already over LA. Period.
Both of them?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. But we have to talk about it. It's our job. So suck it up.
I know.
So before the game, bro, have you seen Kawhi's new commercial?
Nope.
Okay, so that first commercial, right?
Okay, so we just, for those of you who obviously don't know, we just took a second and he showed me them both.
So the Kawhi commercial, it's multi-layers of disrespect. They played this before the Laker game, okay? Kawhi, he says, this is...
Sparta?
No, he says this is Kawhi Town. There's a billboard that says Kawhi Town.
Yep.
Going into LA. His keychain for his car is a crown.
Yep.
And he says this is his city and he's got now. Not next, he's got now.
Yep.
Before he plays LeBron James in his own house.
And?
Whooped that ass.
Yep.
Now, here's the thing.
No, here's the thing. LA will never be your town.
No.
You know why? Because somebody else owns LA already.
Magic?
Sure. I'll give it to Magic.
Magic's pretty entrenched.
Yep. You know who else is? Kobe Bryant. Between the two of them, 10 of the Lakers' 16 championships.
It's true. That is a fact. So here's the thing. The game itself. First of all,
here we go.
Can we talk about Patrick Beverley?
Because trying to out-jump Anthony Davis. Did you see that?
Patrick Beverly's a shithead, first of all. But I want to make a point.
I like him.
Patrick Beverly, yeah, because you like assholes.
Yep.
Patrick Beverly is not a good point guard.
No, I didn't. No, absolutely not.
But people talk. Oh, they got Patrick Beverly.
So?
Patrick Beverly only does one thing, two things.
Plays defense
and irritates the shit out of people. That's it.
Yep.
He shoots an okay jumper, but he's not a traditional, he's not going to lead your offense point guard. He's just an annoyance.
But with Kawhi on your team, that's not what you need. You just need somebody that gives the ball to Kawhi so he can ISO.
He had not.
Here we go.
So what's his name? Charles Barkley said that Kawhi Leonard has surpassed LeBron James in every asset. At every facet of the basketball game.
Yep.
Kawhi's better.
Yep.
Kawhi had a career high 9 assists on Thursday night.
Killed it.
LeBron James has 380-plus games with at least 9 assists.
I mean, yeah, but now he's a better passer than LeBron James. Clearly.
His career high is 9, so he's had 1 of 1. LeBron does that every other day.
Yeah. Bro, that day...
He literally just had 10 assists yesterday.
That day that that game we went and saw him 2 years ago now?
Yeah.
He almost had a triple-double.
Yeah.
In Indy, yeah.
Bro, what I'm saying...
We gotta go see him next time he comes into...
There's a potential... L.A. Oh, that's a good game, too, because Indiana's good. So here's what I saw watching that game. So remember this offseason they said LeBron's going to play point guard.
Yep.
The philosophy behind that is he is the greatest or second greatest passer in NBA history.
No, he's the greatest.
Fine. He's the greatest passer in NBA history. The problem is he is so gifted and basketball smart. When you say, LeBron, you play point guard, he will only play point guard. He will do point guard things. He'll bring the ball up. He'll pass to a guy. He'll go stand around because that's what point guard should do in his mind because that's the way they did it for 100 years, right? But he also has a problem where he knows I am good enough I can get a shot when I need to, but these other guys need to get involved. So it's a twofold problem. He took himself out of the offense trying to force feed Anthony Davis because what did he say this offseason? Anthony Davis, the offense runs through him. So he was, instead of taking over and doing something extra, he was just like, look, Anthony Davis has the ball. I'm not taking over. We got him for a reason. And playing point guard, I'm just going to pass. I'm not going to shoot. And I think that's the wrong idea.
It's Miami all over again.
Yeah.
Where he's taking a step back.
Right. That's never a good idea.
Not with him, no.
And not that... The thing is, and I think it's Max Kellerman said this, Anthony Davis isn't an alpha guy.
No, he's not.
And that's fine. You can be great and not be an alpha. But the problem is that means you need to have an alpha on the team. LeBron can be and has done it in the past, but he's so afraid of the narrative that he's still going to run things that he wanted to go super far the other way.
Yeah, and it didn't work when he did it in Miami either.
Right, and that it took D Wade saying, "Look, this is your team. You're the best player."
Well, maybe it's going to take Anthony Davis to doing the same thing.
The way LeBron works best is, yeah, he's the orchestrator of the offense, but he needs to be point forward. He needs to be a small forward
it's
first.
It's going to work better if he's taking shots.
Right, and I've seen him score 30 and have 20 or 15 assists, 10, 15 assists. Like, he can do that all the time.
Yeah. He's not really a scorer, though. Like, he is, but he's not. Like, that's not his main focus. Never
right,
has
but he doesn't have to be a scorer.
He's the reason why they coined the phrase point forward for him, because he's more of a passer first.
And he can be, but...
Which is crazy, because if he wasn't, I guarantee he'd already be number 1 on the scoring list.
Isn't that weird? Like, if he decided to just be a scorer...
Yeah.
Like, he could put up James Harden numbers.
Because he's so big, and now that he can shoot...
And it's not consistent enough, and I think part of the problem is...
he goes out there and hits it at 38%, that's still gross.
Oh, that's good, don't get me wrong, it's really good. Especially for a guy that big and that well-rounded.
Yeah.
But what I saw was... No, we can't. He's 75% right now, though.
3 out of 4.
Yeah.
6 out of 8.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
How many free throws you make?
Shit.
All right,
Shaq numbers, bruh.
Anyway... So the reason they stuttered and they floundered in the fourth quarter is...
Kawhi is the greatest player of all time. He was on the other side shutting him down?
Not all of those things, but he is really good defensively.
So Charles Barkley's full of shit.
He didn't say he's the greatest player of all time.
Pretty much.
He said he's just better than LeBron.
And who in the NBA history is better than LeBron James?
Michael Jordan.
So, okay. So you're saying Kawhi Leonard...
Right now.
I don't give a shit about right now. No.
Right now matters.
LeBron James, until he retires, is an MVP candidate.
Maybe.
No. Nope. Because even if he goes out there and gets you 24, 7, and 7, it's still MVP numbers to me.
That's true.
Because it shows you overall he has an impact on the entire game. What does the MVP...
He just
what does MVP stand for?
Most valuable player.
Okay.
He just on Friday put up 30, 10, and 7.
Okay. Thank you for proving my point.
But...
The only reason he didn't finish in top 3's MVPs last year...
Because he got hurt.
Because he was hurt. That's it.
Paul George was top 3.
I don't like it.
Paul George isn't that great, man.
I don't even think Giannis deserved to win the MVP last year.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
His team won 60 games.
Mm-hmm.
He was.
Where was he at playoff time?
Tell me another MVP who could have won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year.
Tell me where this MVP was come June.
That's because he ran to Kawhi, though.
Tell me where this MVP was come June.
Because he ran to Kawhi, man.
Who cares?
I'm saying Kawhi's the best.
If you're the MVP, you should have beat Kawhi.
So you're saying all MVPs have to win the finals championship?
They should.
Did Kobe? I know he only won one, so you only have one thing to go on. But
he's also got 5 rings.
How many of those rings did he win the MVP that year? All right, then shut the hell up. That's a stupid argument.
1?
None.
He won it the one that he won.
When? Because his first 3 was Shaq. He didn't win MVP. So did he win MVP in 2010? No, he was $1 million.
First of all, that cut me deep, boss.
What I'm saying is your argument's dumb.
I need to take a timeout.
No, I'm not. We're not taking a timeout. Here's the other thing, and Max Kellerman has made it a point this week to say this, and every time I flinch because I don't want it to be true. Stephen A. was saying, "Fuck getting Anthony Davis involved right now."
He said that?
Not on live TV, but he meant it. That was his portrayal, right?
He said it in his heart.
Kawhi called you out. He said, not only am I moving into your building, I think I'm better than you, and I got a commercial that says so. This is my town. I run this shit. I'm coming after LeBron James because he says he's the king, and I'm showing you I'm the king of L.A. And LeBron decided he was going to pass the ball to Anthony Davis.
Mm-hmm. You know why?
Max Kellerman is like, that's because LeBron knows he doesn't want that smoke.
Yep.
I can
show you one video right now that proves that. Remember when Miami played San Antonio in the finals?
When he got mad?
Yeah, you know why? Because he didn't want that Kawhi smoke.
What were LeBron's numbers in that series? I'll tell you, they were 26, 8, and 7.
Hey, why did they win that series?
Because of Tim Duncan and Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili.
Why did they beat him the first time?
The defense Kawhi played on LeBron?
No, it was because Ray Allen hit that 3-pointer.
Sure.
Yep.
So?
Yep.
So there wasn't a game. There wasn't a whole game in overtime period after that shot. Shut the fuck up.
But there wouldn't have been without Ray. So.
But was there? But there wouldn't have been.
No.
Yep. Oh, okay. So it's just all because Ray Allen. So Ray Allen won Game 7. So Ray Allen scored 12 points in the fourth quarter to get it to a 3-point game.
There wouldn't have been a Game 7 without Ray Allen.
So Ray Allen averaged 27, 8, and 9 in that series.
So what happened to that LeBron next year, the year after that? Where was he when the Spurs with no superstars beat them?
One superstar.
Who?
Tim.
I thought you said he was overrated.
He is. That doesn't mean he wasn't a superstar.
So he's also a superstar, but he's also overrated? Pick one. Pick which one is it?
You tell me you can't be both?
No.
Because there's different levels. There's levels to this shit.
First of all, put some respect on TD's name.
Absolutely not.
Second of all,
I will not put any respect on his name.
What are we even talking about?
I'm not exactly sure.
I think we just like to... Look, here's something, listeners, you need to realize. I like to make him mad on purpose.
It works sometimes. I'm trying not to let it work.
Most of the time, the shit that I say, I don't even mean.
That's fair.
I just want to how can I poke the bear today?
So here's the other thing. And what I'm saying is, what should have happened was Stephen A. should be right. LeBron should be like, look, hold on. We'll worry about you. We got Utah on Saturday or Friday.
Nope.
We've got Phoenix on Sunday. Let me handle this shit tonight. And he should have gone out and done it.
Nope. I disagree.
Why?
So essentially what you're going to turn the opening game into is a dick measuring contest with Kawhi Leonard.
You're damn right.
Nope, because he would have lost.
You just said...
LeBron James is 35.
He's 34.
Kawhi is what?
28.
Okay,
so
you lose that.
Not if you're the GOAT.
At this point, he's not the GOAT. At this point, LeBron's got double the minutes.
Easily.
Double the years.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you proving?
That he's still the best.
If we're taking Miami LeBron versus Kawhi, where they're both 28 years old, okay. If you're LeBron James, you don't win here.
Yes, he does.
No, you don't.
If he comes out...
Look, if you don't win, if you come out and you try to beat Kawhi Leonard by yourself, you don't win. You don't win. Because You're playing down to what he wants you to do. You're taking what makes LeBron James good out of it. He's a facilitator.
You're thinking about it the wrong way. What I'm saying is LeBron scored only 18 points.
Yeah.
He waited too long to try to go get his shot and passed too often.
Yeah.
He can get in a rut like that. What I'm saying is he needs to do what he did against Golden State Game 1 and put a 49-9-9. That's what he should have been doing.
I'm afraid to tell you this, but I think that LeBron is gone.
It might be, and that hurts my heart.
Now you know what it feels like to be a Kobe fan.
But I'm saying he might not be gone.
He's gone.
He might not be.
He is gone. Yeah, it's gone.
I don't want to believe
he's 34, bro.
But he's not a regular 34.
He's been in the league since 1978. His hairline's been in the league since 1888.
Oof, you saw that picture?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Thank you for showing me that. I needed to see that. That made my day.
Nobody needed to see that. No, but he could have been more aggressive, and he was missing aggression.
You're right,
he was too passive.
But at the same time, again, you're trying to play aggressive towards the best defender in the league. What are you gaining out of that? So now you're forcing up a layup? Like, what are you doing? Because he's not giving you space. He's whispering. He's whispering in LeBron's ear the whole game. Hey, I'm the king of LA. The whole time.
You saw that fadeaway on the baseline though. Kawhi was guarding him, and he just it looked like one of your favorite players.
I'm not saying he can't do it.
You literally just said he couldn't do it.
I'm saying you're play in and play out.
In
Go down there.
One game,
LeBron James score 49 points. You have to be out there putting up buckets.
So
you're not putting up 49 against Kawhi Leonard.
I'm not saying 49. I'm saying that mentality though. If LeBron puts up 37 and 5.
So speaking of mentality, so you want somebody in a gold and purple jersey to have a killer mentality.
No.
Is that what you're saying? Like a go out there and cut your throat mentality. Like a what's a dangerous animal? What's a dangerous animal that like a throwing a name, like a Mamba mentality maybe.
No,
that's crazy, right?
Sounds really
It's because LeBron's a bitch and doesn't have it in him.
First of all, you know that's not true. like you're just trying to upset me, and it's working. I'm just saying, I wanted to see him.
I know what you wanted to see,
but into his bro. If I go to your house today, I kick in your front door and I say, "This is my house now," and I put my dick on your counter. You're not gonna get a little offended?
I'm probably gonna laugh. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, what is? All right.
But
you wanted to move in. There's other ways you could have said that.
But you know what I'm saying? Like he.
I know what you're saying, and I get it.
It was a bad look.
No, especially with the commercial preceding that and pretty much saying what he said. Yeah, it's not a good look for LeBron. However, I think Kellerman's got it, dog. He don't want Kawhi, bro.
But if he doesn't want that smoke, then what is he going to do in the playoffs?
Kawhi moving into LA but not playing for the Lakers was something that LeBron didn't want. I'm surprised he didn't go back to Cleveland.
Look,
he's like, I demand my release.
We have a segment, Bullshit Skip Bayless says we do every week. We're going to get to that in a second. Stephen A. Smith's going to be in this list.
No.
He is. He said, so, this is the only time I'll talk about it, but he was talking about how good Brooklyn Nets can be. And he was like, Kyrie's looking good.
What, because he dropped 50?
Yeah. And hit a game winner last night. And he was like, look, you add Kevin Durant to that team, nobody in the East can touch him.
Here's my problem.
He said nobody in the East can touch him.
Here's my problem with them two.
What's that?
It's two ball heavy dudes together.
Yeah, we've seen that all the time.
Yeah, I just we'll see.
Also, here's the thing. What was KD's problem with Russ?
Shot the ball too much?
Yep. And what was KD's problem? Like, for example, Russ would dribble. Oh no, KD, shoot the ball. You have 1 second. And he would, in clutch time situations, Russ can't shoot and would shoot anyway. Now, granted, Kyrie's not that guy. Kyrie can shoot. But
looking at you, Steph.
Here's looking at you, kid. But here's the thing. The problem is that Kyrie's not a pass-first point guard.
Nope.
So he's going to have the same freaking problem he did with Russ.
Yep.
It was the point of that whole soliloquy. Anyway, he said when you saw I tried to slide it in there?
Soliloquy.
When KD comes back, he said Giannis is going to go to the Warriors because he doesn't want to argue with KD in the East. He said there's no point in playing in the East because KD's just going to run through it like LeBron did.
I'm going to tell you right now, if Ben Simmons can hit three-pointers like he did in that preseason game, it doesn't matter. 76ers all the way to the championship.
He said the only way the 76ers pose a threat is if Ben Simmons can shoot. Otherwise, the Brooklyn Nets are going to walk through everybody.
Sure.
That's why he's in the subject.
KD doesn't play until maybe February, right?
Next year.
Yeah, so he doesn't play all year this year.
Correct.
Cool. Why are we even talking about it now?
I'm just telling you what he said. He said, but did you miss the part where I said he says Giannis is going to go to the Warriors? Did you miss that part?
Bro, they've been saying that for a minute.
No!
Bro, they've been saying it for a minute.
He's not going anywhere.
He doesn't fit with what.
Not even a little bit.
Right? So
and not only that, he's specifically out. He's outlandishly said, I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
I play for Milwaukee, and that's where I'm going to play.
He doesn't want to be in those. He's one of those players.
He's going to be alive for Milwaukee.
For those of you that don't know, Giannis is Greek. He's from Greece.
Yes.
And he almost didn't play in the NBA because they wouldn't let his family come over here.
Yep.
Why would that guy go to a high-profile team?
Right. And, bro...
And there's also the same guy that turned down being in Space Jam 2 because he didn't want to be in a movie because he's like, I'm about basketball.
Right. And he doesn't work out with any other NBA stars?
Exactly.
He's like, no, I don't want them to see me getting better. And he said... So this dude literally sends all his money to Greece.
Yeah.
When he gets a paycheck, he sends it to Greece.
Yeah.
He didn't have a car. He was walking to practice one day, and some dude on the street is like, hey, aren't you Giannis? Like, the first-round pick this year? He's like, yeah. He's like, where are you going? I got a game today. The dude drove him to the arena. Like, this dude is such a good literally a good person.
Giannis, yeah.
And he's not going anywhere. He's not going to Golden State. But anyway.
That's not that would be an out-of-character move. That doesn't make any sense.
And also,
Anthony Davis going to LA makes sense.
Right, but what is Giannis going to do with Klay and Steph on the court?
Right.
Who brings the ball up?
Right. Doesn't fit.
Not at all. That's stupid, Steven. That's why you're in the segment.
If you want to bring a superstar, you try to bring him to Milwaukee.
Yeah, not the other way around.
You don't bring Giannis to superstars. Doesn't make sense.
So the what were we talking about?
I don't know. Why don't we just jump into Skip Bayless since you already opened up Pandora's box?
Do you want? Oh. All right, yeah, we'll talk about. Wait,
you already opened the box. You might as well just dive headlong.
We'll talk about Pandora, the Greek mythology, right?
Yeah,
because the labyrinth, right, in the Minotaur. No,
nope.
I don't remember. Anyway,
Greek mythology.
I love Greek mythology.
I wanted to major in it if I would have went to college.
Yeah,
but then I was like, what do you?
What do you do with that? Hey, so bonus fun fact that I forgot. Bonus fun fact I forgot to talk about earlier.
Is it Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson by himself has more rushing yards than 8 NFL teams.
Is one of them the Bears?
Yeah, the Bengals, the Dolphins, the Jets, the Bears, the Steelers, the Falcons, the Chargers, and he has the exact same rushing yards as the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep.
He also is like 4th in the NFL in passing yards, and
I legit think he might win MVP this year, man.
He won't.
Yeah, he will. Who's going to beat him?
Russell Wilson?
Yeah, it's true. I forgot.
Although he did just beat Russell Wilson. Bro, that game, so did you see any of it? So he had a 50-yard completion in the rain. It was the only reason it was, I think he didn't get all his arm on it because it kind of fell short and his receiver had to fall and catch it.
Probably slipped out of his hand, too.
But Miles Boykin caught it, by the way.
I hate him.
You don't hate him.
I hate him because of what you do with him in Madden.
Listen, so hashtag RIP to my season, 8 games without Lamar, dog.
Oh, so you're going to play me and Mo without him.
Yep.
That sucks.
With RG3 at quarterback.
I'm taking back 6 picks for touchdowns.
Dog, if you get 2, I'm not throwing the ball anymore. I will chew clock
every time.
Bro, did I tell you I did that against Jonathan? One of the times when I was the Cowboys, he was beating me like 55-0, and so with like 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, I put on chew clock and marched the ball down and kicked a field goal, so it's only 55-3.
Hey, was better that than 0? You know what I mean?
Anyway, sorry about the Madden segue there. Lamar Jackson, I'm the Ravens in our Madden league, and
I'm the Texans. I lost to Sean Watson.
I was undefeated. I'm undefeated. Lamar Jackson leads the NFL, or his second in the NFL in passing yards, leads the NFL in rushing yards, has double-digit touchdowns in both. Got hurt on a bump out of bounds, broke his collarbone, out for 8 weeks, half the season.
You'll have him back for the playoffs.
I'm not going to make the playoffs. I'm going to go 8-8.
You might squeak in. The defense.
I might win my division, but I have to play the Steelers again. The Steelers put up 42 points on me, dog.
In Pittsburgh or in Baltimore?
In Pittsburgh. In the rain, it was a gross game. But Lamar did the damn thing. Marquise Brown is so fast.
Bro.
Hey, one of my things, I got speed. He's 98 speed now. One of my attribute upgrades.
I'm leaving. Off your balcony.
98 speed.
Anyway.
Hey, what were we going to talk? Bullshit Skip Bayless said.
Skip Bayless.
My favorite subject we do every week. Now, this is a weekly thing because Skip
You
Bayless...
know why it's your favorite? Because you hate yourself. Just a little tiny piece.
Dog, I hate myself a lot. He is hard to listen to sometimes.
That's why I don't. I make you do it. I can't. He pisses me off too
It makes me so... But I've gotten to the point where I can just filter through and just write down the bullshit he says, and we can just talk about it, instead of letting it affect my day personally.
It's because you're dead inside.
I am now. I've listened to him all football season. It's killed me.
So summer.
Oh,
it's our fault for starting this.
It is.
Because now it's exposed you. He says so many dumb things in 1 week that we literally dedicate an entire segment to it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's my favorite thing. We're so dumb. Anyway,
you hate him, but he fucking provides us with a lot of shit.
I could talk about this for hours. So let's start with Aaron Rodgers. We're not even going to start with the Cowboys. Because Aaron Rodgers threw for 400 yards, 6 touchdowns, and like 7 incompletions or something. 6 touchdowns total. He had a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, he did run
5 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. His quarterback rating, 153.8, perfect quarterback rating. His QBR, a 97, so almost perfect. How is Skip Bayless going to tear this apart this time?
I don't know. Did Dak have a 98? And
Never.
Okay.
So he said he wasn't impressed because the Raiders have a terrible defense, which might be true. But he hyped up Dak after 3 weeks of playing the Dolphins, Redskins, and Giants. So that doesn't make any sense. The other thing he did was, he was like, well, the Packers offensive line finally blocked for Aaron Rodgers like the fragile old man he is becoming. He criticized, well, he's like, none of those throws were even any good. He just flicked the ball. There was no accuracy. There was no attempt to really drive the ball. That's because Aaron Rodgers can just flick the ball wherever he wants it. He's like, oh, he just flipped it around the yard. He didn't even really throw it. Yeah, that's because that's what he does.
So you counter your point. I don't understand what he's trying to make. So you literally say the Raiders' defense is trash, but then he says he doesn't have to... If they're trash, of course all he had to do was flip it around. Then nobody was there.
And also, he still doesn't have Devontae Adams. Valdez-Scantling is still playing. Lazard caught another touchdown pass this week. Nobody is giving him...
First of all, it's Lizard.
Sorry, Lizard was catching touchdown passes.
Yeah, Lizard caught
But what I'm
touchdown
saying is, he threw 5. That's still difficult.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's not even impressive. He's a fragile old man. Yeah, that fragile old man just threw 5 touchdown passes. When was the last time Tom Brady threw 5 touchdown passes?
That fragile old man eliminated you from the playoffs a couple years ago.
2013. Yeah, he says...
No, but not too long ago.
Not 2013, 16.
Thank you.
I had the 3 and the 6 mixed up. It was 3 years ago.
Yeah, I watched that game.
Yeah, he was like, because Mason Crossbar somehow made a 49-yard field goal and a 56-yard field goal. So, because he was like, both of those kicks looked like they were bad. It looked like literally the hand of God just pushed them in.
Does it matter what they look like if they go over the fucking crossbar?
Trying to say, like, he made it. Like, what do you... What?
Go out there, Skip, and hit a 56-yard field goal.
Well, I just don't know how he made it. It doesn't matter. He made it.
It doesn't matter how it matters that he did.
It was going left, and then God just pushed it.
What?
Skip. So, I don't know how you find a way to criticize Aaron Rodgers. His favorite stat in the entire world is QBR. That's all which is the worst stat I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
QBR doesn't make any fucking sense. I hate QBR. And if you come to my restaurant trying to order QBR, I'm going to hit you in the face.
I'm going to give you a PB&J and tell you to be on your way since you're a child.
What kind of jelly you use for a peanut butter and jelly? This is serious. What kind of...
Grape.
Get the fuck out of my house, dog.
Don't you say
strawberry jam.
That's not jelly. What part of that was jelly? Huh? What's it called? Peanut butter and jelly.
But jelly doesn't spread. It gets all clumpy. It's terrible. First of all. Second of all, use jam because it spreads better. Third of all, strawberry because it tastes better.
Did your mom do that for you as a kid and you've been doing it ever since?
No.
Then where did you get that from?
Well, we had grape, and I was like, I don't like grape, so she bought strawberry. Strawberry's better.
You're so wrong right now.
I'm definitely not.
I'm not surprised, though. Who are you rooting for today playing football?
Shh.
Who are you rooting for?
Nobody, dog.
Notre Dame, and they're losing to Michigan.
Michigan has been pretty good this year.
Yeah. Moment of silence for that dumb comment.
Listen, speaking of the peanut butter and jelly, you're wrong.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Nope.
Ask Mo.
Mo likes grape.
Mo's an idiot, too.
I'm going to call him right now.
Call him. I bet you won't. He won't even answer. Anyway.
Told you.
You're wrong, Doug.
Just for you guys who don't know, we actually called in an expert.
Expert.
He did say he puts crunchy on.
Yeah,
that threw me off.
Crunchy peanut butter is incorrect. My uncle and I were just arguing about this week.
What's he say?
He uses crunchy peanut butter and grape jelly. But my grandma, my grandpa, they both use regular smooth peanut butter with strawberry jelly. Jam.
Your whole family's fucked up then.
That's not true, dog.
We just lost all of our family.
Great. Now we don't have any viewers.
That's so weird.
Strawberry's better. Have you ever had it?
Yeah.
I will go make you a strawberry peanut butter jelly right now.
I will say, I like strawberry jelly on toast, so that is the shit. It's good.
Anyway, dog.
What? What do you like on toast?
I don't eat toast.
See, this is what's wrong with you.
What?
You don't enjoy good things.
I don't like bread.
You don't eat a sandwich. What do you eat? What do you eat with tortillas? You eat a PB&J on tortillas?
No, dog. Toast is just toast. I don't know who goes to eat toast, dog.
It's warm bread. What's wrong with you?
I don't like it, dog. I'll tell you what I do eat though: a bagel. I eat the shit out of some bagel and cream cheese.
I'm gonna need your mom to fix your taste buds.
Listen, are we gonna do this? Because we'll put bullshit Skip Bayless puts on hold. How does your toilet paper go, Doug?
Over, right?
Over front, so you pull it comes towards you?
Yeah.
Mo says he doesn't even care about which way it goes. He just sets it on the fucking roll.
See, that's just heathenistic.
That doesn't even make sense.
That's just
And
chaos.
you're taking advice from him?
I needed backup.
But it's bad.
You're speaking blasphemy over... What is your wife like?
Great. Or, I'm sorry, no, she got strawberry. She doesn't even like... She's got strawberry in a squeezable tube,
Probably because when she first moved in here,
No.
she bought grape jelly. Y'all had a huge fight about it. And then now she's not allowed to have grape jelly here. She don't want to have a fight with you.
No, but she uses strawberry. But she doesn't even use, like, in a jar. She uses it in a squeezable Welch's tube thing.
What is going on in your house?
Alright, Doug, look. This is the real question. How do you make a bowl of cereal, Doug?
You put the cereal in first, then you put the milk
Alright.
in.
There are people I know.
Don't even say it, please.
I won't say it. But also, I'm offended that he said I put fruit in my cereal, Doug. I don't even eat cereal.
That was such an aggressive move.
I literally, we kept buying cereal, but I wouldn't eat it, and it kept going bad.
It's going stale?
Because I just don't eat cereal anymore.
I got a box of Reese's Puffs at my house right now. I'm a grown man, and I had a whole bowl yesterday.
Bro, do you know, I missed the shit out of Frosted Flakes, or not Frosted Flakes, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the best cereal in the whole world.
That's not true.
100% true.
Chocolate Lucky Charms.
You think Lucky Charms is on the list? Get out of my house. Get out of my house.
Look, you have marshmallows, you've got the little things.
No.
And then you have chocolate milk at the end.
No! First of all, if you want chocolate milk at the end, eat Cocoa Puffs. They make literal...
Did you know Nesquik used to make a cereal?
Yes, and it was delicious.
Thank you.
Listen, you go Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you go Honey Nut Cheerios, Frosted Flakes, top three.
Why are you naming
You can put Fruity
cereals?
Pebbles in there
No, fuck Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles are legendary.
No, they're not. I do not. First of all, Cocoa Pebbles. Second,
Disgusting!
Bullshit.
I don't eat chocolate, first of all, so you're going wrong with your chocolate cereals.
Anyway, listen.
Cinnamon Toast the milk after a bowl
Apple Cinnamon Cheerios.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is better Apple Cinnamon Cheerios.
Nope.
Yes, it is.
Nope.
Any Cheerios, if it's not Honey Nut, don't come at me with them.
You know there are people out there that like Frosted Cheerios?
My wife is one of them.
Is she? It's a
She
woman's
likes Frosted
cereal.
Cheerios,
And I'm not trying to be...
she likes Apple Cinnamon.
My wife loves
Also,
Frosted
if you want
Cheerios
Apple
too.
Cinnamon, Apple Jacks, my friend.
It's not the same.
It's better.
No, wrong. 100% wrong.
Apple Jacks are fantastic.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying...
The last bowl of Apple Jacks is the only thing that rivals the last bowl of Apple Jacks.
Pop-Tarts. You like Pop-Tarts?
No. Next question.
What are you, a grown-up?
No, Pop-Tarts are just gross. I've never been like Pop-Tarts. Toaster strudel.
What flavor? Does it matter? Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. The only one I don't really like is strawberry, to be honest with you. It's too tart. Blueberry's good. You got cinnamon roll that's good.
Yeah, bro.
Danish. Cheese Danish is where it's at, dog.
No.
Oh, dog. You ever had it, though? Fucking Mo. What do you say, dog? What do you say, dog? Read it on the fucking podcast.
Probably uses 9-grain whole fucking wheat bread, too.
Oh.
All right, so...
All right, anyway, hold on.
How do you eat string cheese?
You fucking string it, dog.
You don't just bite it?
No.
I do.
No, it's string cheese.
You know why I don't do that? Because I'm a fucking adult, and I just eat it.
Okay. What grown-ass adult that doesn't have kids is buying string cheese?
Me.
Get cheese cubes or something, dog. Why you gotta get string cheese and not eat it the right way?
For the kid at heart.
So what? You can't. That's counterdictive.
I know. Everything I say is counterdictive.
Hey, listen. If you want to hear more of this stuff, whew,
I could literally have a whole podcast of just this.
100%. Listen, last thing. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, it's an American taco.
If you don't get out of my fucking face.
Think about it.
No.
Then what is it?
It's a hot dog.
Why can't it be an American taco?
It's a hot dog.
It's an American
taco.
taco.
They have hot dog buns. It is a hot dog. There's a hot dog.
Or it's a hot dog tortilla.
No. It's a hot dog. That's it. It's not a sandwich. It's a hot dog.
It's an American taco. Next.
Why do we drive on parkways but park in driveways?
You want to go there? Why is things the way they are? Period. Just leave it open ended.
Anyway,
is that weird?
Sorry about that little deterrence there. It
was your fault for putting jam on the peanut butter and jelly.
That's what you do.
No, you don't. That's
Yes,
called
you
a
do.
peanut butter and jam. No, peanut butter and jelly. Next question.
Sorry. So back to bullshit. Skip Bayless says, I apologize about the tangent there. We're dialed in. Here we go. The Eagles and the Cowboys played on Sunday. The Cowboys
beat the shit out of them.
Beat the brakes off of Philadelphia. It was like 31-10 or 38-10, something like that. It wasn't good. So as you know, that means Skip Bayless is
unbearable.
You would so he gave Dak Prescott an A+ performance. He threw 1 touchdown, 1 pick, and 239 yards passing. Quarterbacks who have played the Philadelphia Eagles average a minimum of 320 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. Case Keenum put up 380 yards against the Philadelphia Eagles secondary. Dak Prescott put up 239.
And a 1-of-1 ratio.
Yeah, and he got an A for that.
You know why? Because his name is Rain. He makes it rain, you know?
No, he does. He clearly does not.
He makes it rain on everybody.
The Eagles have the worst pass defense in the NFL, and he had 239 yards passing. That's less than Mitch Trubisky had.
That's gross.
Yep. And he gave him an A for that performance. Skip bullshit is what that is. Listen.
What's the segment called?
I know. I'm just reminding the audience. Rodney Harrison.
Here we go.
Played defensive back for the Patriots.
And the Chargers. Yep.
He said.
Here we go.
Straight faced.
No laughter in his eyes.
None. He stared in the camera the whole time. Jacoby Brissett is the best quarterback in the AFC.
Does he forget a guy named Tom Brady plays in the AFC?
So does Patrick Mahomes. So does Lamar Jackson. So does Deshaun Watson.
But I'm telling you, Deshaun Watson is leaps and bounds. He might be the most underrated quarterback in NFL history.
At least going right now. No, it's Dak Prescott if you ask Skip.
At what? Being overrated.
So here's the thing.
He's underratedly...
I don't know if I have it written down again in here. So he criticized Zeke for the loss, even though he had 100 yards and a touchdown. And he had 40 yards receiving. So there's a screen pass. And he said there was a time in Zeke's life when he would have taken this screen pass to the house. Zeke got tackled from behind by a guy, like he caught the ball and then was immediately tackled.
They could have been Siamese twins how close this guy was as soon as he caught the ball.
And he blamed Zeke for that.
No, anybody you need to blame is Zach Martin.
Because he just didn't...
He missed the block.
He missed the block. Like, I don't understand what he sees. Like, and there was a... Do you remember we talked about it last week, I think, but the inaccuracies, right?
Yeah.
How he throws the ball...
He's not an accurate quarterback.
Well, according to Skip, he is. He led the NFL in completions last year.
Did he?
The last 10 games, he led the NFL in
completion percentage or completions?
Completions.
Okay. Does that also mean where was he at as far as attempts?
5th.
Okay, then.
He also, according to the whatever metrics he's using, threw the most catchable ball.
Okay, bullshit. That's a hard thing to measure because it all depends on... There's a lot of variables. Where's the defender? How tall is your wide receiver? All these things. How fast is he? All these things.
Yep. But according to the stats, he threw the most catchable ball. But if you watch, there are two or three throws, and at least once every week on a slant route, or something. If the receiver is moving across, he's throwing that ball behind them 2 or 3 times a game. And now that's not necessarily like the worst thing in the world, but I bet you he completes more balls if he just puts it in front of his receiver.
Yep.
He's at minimum they have to stop and catch it,
which is taking away any chance for rack.
Right, and at worst, a la Amari Cooper, it's getting tipped and intercepted. So there's problems there.
Yep.
And you can't blame the receiver. Yeah, it hit his hands, but if he has to stop and bend over and pick up the quarter off the ground behind him, it's impossible, dog.
So is he trying too hard, or is he just not an accurate quarterback?
I just think he's not accurate like that. There's Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees level, and then there's, there's Jameis Winston level, and somewhere in between. Dak's somewhere in between. He's not perfect.
He's not Darnold level, right? Seeing ghosties.
Well, those...
Bro, did you see the clip of those interceptions?
Yeah.
They were awful.
Some of the worst interceptions I've ever seen.
That was the worst quarterback game I think I've ever seen. Bro, he was lollipopping it straight to linebackers, bro. Like,
he was scared. The ghosts were gonna get him.
Whatever.
You think the Patriots players were like, ooh.
I would have. I totally would have.
So I guess the Jets were like, I can't believe they aired that. You let your quarterback get mic'd up against the Patriots in his second game back. Whose fault is it really?
Of course they're going to air that. It's the press.
Right. Also, it's like the quote of the year. You literally, that's something the media is supposed to say, oh, he was seeing ghosts. You don't get to say to your teammates, I'm seeing ghosts out there? How am I supposed to go play for you?
Yeah, how am I going to have any faith that you're my leader? Bro, some of those it literally looked, every time that Jets offense was on the field, it looked like a high school game.
It was rough.
It was literally my high school versus Penn.
But again,
it was just that level.
But again, the Patriots still have not played a single real team until this weekend.
Who are they playing?
The Browns. Now, I know you're thinking the Browns are but they're at least talented.
Yeah.
Odell Beckham's a real receiver.
Oh, did you see that quote, by the way, from Odell? What Bill Belichick says to him every time? He says, get comfortable. Nothing's happening for you this game. Says that to him every time they play.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's amazing.
That's because
Bill Belichick has a sense of humor.
Also,
do you think he laughs kind of like Kawhi? He's never had a moment of joy in his entire life.
No, and he won't until he wins a Super Bowl without Tom Brady. Moving on. So, let's see.
They retire the same year, right?
No.
You think Belichick keeps going?
Or
they never both of them never retire?
No, they're going to keep going until one of them dies. Bill Belichick wants to win a Super Bowl without Tom Brady. That's his ultimate goal right now. Because he then cements himself, yes. Because he then, especially with his defense.
In my honest opinion, I think Tom Brady doesn't have as well of a career without Belichick as the other way around. I
agree.
I think Belichick, the coach that he is, I still think he wins at least one Super Bowl.
I think he would figure it out.
I think Tom Brady would
agree that it's Greg Popovich, Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
You found the perfect match, and it worked out great for you. But I don't want people to overlook the fact that Tom Brady has always had a top 10 scoring defense every single year.
Who builds the defense?
Bill Belichick.
Thank you.
And so there was a highlight.
Also, it doesn't help that they play in a terrible division.
The worst division in football.
They get to play the Jets and the Dolphins twice a year. That's 4 wins right there.
And the Bills. The Bills were good.
I'll say the Bills have a defense now, so
I'll give them that. 2 years ago, they made the playoffs for the
remember
first time in a decade.
You remember when they lost 4 straight Super Bowls?
Straight.
Everyone on that team's getting cut, right? If you're the owner, you're like, all right, everyone sit down. Everyone good? Everyone comfy? Everyone got their hot chocolates? Good. All of you need to find jobs.
Go home.
Every single one of you.
So bad.
I'm going to put the towel boy at quarterback.
So, Michael Jordan said Steph Curry isn't a Hall of Famer.
Yet.
He did say yet.
Magic Johnson came out and said that the reason that he said that was
because tampering.
He didn't want to get fined.
But
anybody with a brain in their head knows Steph Curry's not going to play in Charlotte
ever. But here's
Michael
the thing.
can be like, "Hey, you want to leave your dynasty and maybe come hang out?" And no, you're leaving. You walked out. Okay, later. Nice talking to you, Steph.
I know he said it so he didn't get a tampering fine. But do you also think a little part in his heart...
I definitely feel like Michael Jordan can say whatever he wants and no one, you can't be like, you know what? It's Michael Jordan.
He's in our segment of Bullshit Skip Bayless says.
I know, but I'm saying as far as the league's concerned. You can't fine Michael Jordan. You're going to try to say it, and then the words are going to come back in your mouth.
They're going to try to fine Michael Jordan, and he's going to walk into the commissioner's office, look behind the desk, and the commissioner's wearing Jordans. He's like, yeah, I thought so, and walk out.
Or walks in the commissioner's desk, and he's not saying that because he's hiding under his desk like... Is he?
Is he here?
Is he gone yet?
He's just gonna put a pair of Air Force One Jordans on the table.
Sorry.
Hey, these are for you, Commish.
Yeah.
And just walk out. The Commissioner's like, all right, I got paid Jordan's fine again.
How does he know my size?
Every time. I know.
That was a dumb thing, but I think that was all tampering. I think people, that's blown out of proportion. Even Steph Curry didn't take that seriously. Did you just see?
Yeah. But
he was like, he said yet.
Yeah.
So
the segment is called Bullshit Skip Bayless Says, right? Let's talk about it. So
I
the
love
Lakers,
talking about Skip.
the Lakers.
Here we go.
Would you believe? Skip Bayless said he said the bottom half of the Lakers roster. I'm really impressed with how Rob Pelinka put it together. Yeah. He did a really good job, but I'm really only concerned about LeBron and AD.
Yep, I saw that.
What?
Oh, you mean the two that have already proven they can play in this league?
So let me ask you this, Skip.
Nothing about KCP, right? Who hasn't showed up at all?
Yeah,
and they're paying that dude like $16 million. It's not. You can't just put it on two people.
Oh yes, you can. Ask Skip, he'll do it.
It's a team game. Even at a time, there's 5 people on the court. So I don't know. I think it's stupid to. He's just doing what Skip always does.
I know. So here's one for you. Do you know his favorite basketball team?
Mavericks?
It's the San Antonio Spurs. You got the right state. He loves the Spurs. Diehard Spurs fan. That's why he calls Kawhi number 2. He won't say his name because of what he did to the Spurs. Okay? Yeah. He said the words, Doc Rivers is a better coach than Greg Popovich.
Okay. How many...
I knew that was going to get you.
How many rings does Pop have?
5.
How many rings does Doc have?
1.
Okay. In what realm does 1 beat 5? As far as counting.
I got nothing.
Exactly.
I couldn't believe he said that because he's a Greg.
Whatever.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Not at all.
He's
So David Griffin is mad
pass, my guy.
because he was like, I can't believe people are saying Zion's hurt because he's out of shape. He's a freak. And dude, they're not saying he's out of shape. They're saying he's too big. They're saying he weighs 285 pounds. They're not saying he's fat. They're saying he needs to weigh 260 pounds so his knees don't break. And then the other thing that doesn't make any sense.
No, I'm
right?
saying he's too fat. He's too fat. 6'7", 285. He's too fat.
6'6".
Same thing. Too fat.
Well,
you know what Kobe played at? Like 200 pounds.
That's because Kobe's small.
Hey, anyway, what?
So here's the thing that bugs me, right?
Because you want a lean piece of meat.
No, you don't.
Kobe
you need
beef?
marble. You need marble.
Yeah.
Marbling.
Yep.
Fat. Juicy.
No.
Yeah. Do you eat the fat on a steak? Or are you one of those kids that cuts the fat off and pushes it
I
to the
don't
side
eat
of the
steak
plate?
because I'm a grown up. I eat other things.
Steak is the only thing you should eat as a grown man, but it's fine. So
that actually makes more sense, doesn't it?
yeah, steak is delicious. You probably do you go to a restaurant and order chicken fingers? Can I get the chicken strips? Can I get the chicken strips?
Hey,
no.
Isn't that
No, ketchup's too spicy.
Isn't that what boneless wings are?
No, chicken nuggets are small. Those are small chicken strips.
But hey, could you bring me ranch because it's too spicy? I need something to dulls it down.
So,
why'd you have to call me out like that?
My fault. So
accurate though.
Skip said he's not worried about Zion's knee injury because You're
not worried about him getting hurt for the 3rd time in 1 year?
No. And he also said, I'm not worried about it because there's not one specific, you can't point to a specific play where he got hurt. He just had soreness after the game, and they did an MRI, they saw he had a slight tear. That, to me, is worse.
Yep.
Because it happened over time.
Wear and tear.
As opposed to, clearly he tore his ACL on that play. It's a freak.
A wear and tear on a 19-year-old's knees.
Yeah.
Already.
But that statement doesn't make sense. It happened over time over the course of the game. I'm not worried about it.
I'm going to tell you right now, the best advice I've ever heard from an NBA player was from Vince Carter. Learn how to shoot. Because you're not going to be able to dunk forever.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why Vince Carter set the record for the longest tenure of an NBA player this year. It's the only player to ever play 22 years.
Yeah.
It's because he could shoot.
But it's not like he's good.
Don't you talk about VC like that.
Tell me I'm wrong. He's like the 15th man off the bench. They put in an assistant coach before him the other day.
First of all, don't bring facts into this argument. I'm playing with my heart out here.
Anyway.
I'm just saying that's the best advice I've ever heard from an NBA player. Look at LeBron did it too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Kobe did it too. Like, they all learn how to shoot.
Right, he just needs to learn faster. Because he's too big for all that. At least learn a post game.
6'6", 280, you're not... Yeah, you're right. Learn the post game. 6'6", that's a 2-guard. But he's
Yeah.
too slow to be a 2-guard. He's too slow.
He's pretty fast, though.
Who's he faster than? He's not faster than... Who's he faster than? Not faster than Clay.
He's faster than a lot of people. I bet he is faster than Clay.
I bet he's not.
I bet money he's faster than Clay.
You know what he can't do?
Shoot.
Stay healthy. Next. Zed, this
Aggressive.
is
All right,
the
next.
third time he's been hurt this year. This is the third time in less than 9 months.
So listen. We just agree that Bill Belichick's the greatest NFL
coach of all time? Yeah, hands down.
Yeah.
Bill Walsh is a far second.
So Don Shula's probably down. Nah, he was.
No.
He only had one good year.
And he had the undefeated, but when they were still playing 14.
Yeah.
And
So let's go to Bill Belichick. So the Cowboys this year. Skip Bayless said, "I don't know. I don't think the Cowboys could win a Super Bowl or something like. I'm not sure that they could win the Super Bowl if Bill Belichick was coaching them. I'm not sure about that."
the Cowboys?
Yeah. Can you imagine if you gave Bill Belichick that roster? Are you kidding me?
Put Bill Belichick in charge of like any team. They're a championship contender within 3 years.
Right, but this
Cowboys?
Cowboys team?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? With that defense,
That
bro?
defense, bro, yeah.
Come on. He was like, I'm not sure about that.
Whatever.
Skip. That is because that's how disrespectful he is to Bill Belichick. He literally thinks that
Brady?
it's Brady, all of it.
So Brady single-handedly orchestrated that comeback behind win 28-3.
Of course he
It had
did.
nothing to do with Bill Belichick literally scripting that whole thing.
Nope.
Whatever.
All Tom Brady.
Whatever.
That's so disrespectful.
Who builds that team and lets all these free agents walk and it never affects them at all?
Literally Bill Belichick.
Exactly. Tom Brady literally just plays quarterback.
That's it.
Belichick literally plays coach, plays GM, does all these roles.
Yep. So we're going to keep moving right along here. Shannon Sharp said Kawhi knew after winning the championship he didn't want to team up with anyone else, and he can go where he wants and get someone to come to him. Kawhi Leonard literally called every single free agent last year, personally.
Really?
Then he called KD, he called Kyrie to see if they wanted to meet up somewhere, preferably in LA.
So let me ask you something. So when LeBron did that in Miami,
It's a problem. Yeah.
but when Kawhi does it,
Yeah.
it's different.
Well, Kawhi did it in silence.
But how do we know if
That is the key. So then, not only, they also Kawhi Leonard got Paul George. No, the fuck he didn't. He was traded. The GMs had to make a decision and agree upon something to get Paul George to go to LA. Kawhi Leonard did not say, well, we're going to have Paul George. And they were like, yeah, okay.
No, he did sit down with Doc and say something needs to happen if you want me to come play here, though.
Yes. He said he prefers Paul George. So they called Oklahoma City and said, hey, what would it take to get Paul George? Oklahoma City was like, you know what? We can't win anything with him anyway. We'll trade you. That's not... Kawhi didn't do that.
Right.
Because the GM could still say, nah.
Nothing? You
Right.
can't give me anything for him?
So, he got a lot of credit. Did he call the Thunder GM? And he took over the Thunder GM job for a day? No. He didn't get that much credit. The USA Today put out their top 100 football players of all time.
Of all time?
Of all time.
How do you do that? I don't like that.
I don't like it either because it's a skewed list. Because a football player, there's...
Offensive players can get more glory than defensive players. It happens all the time.
They can.
You score more touchdowns.
But the only cases I will give you that's not true is Lawrence Taylor and Deion Sanders. Because they did so much. Lawrence Taylor literally changed two positions.
Is literally the reason that you need a blindside...
A left tackle.
A left tackle.
And a left outside linebacker.
How convenient is it that LT made the LT on the offense so important?
Huh?
Think about it like that.
I like that. I didn't think about that. So, top 3. Number 1, Jerry Rice. Number 2, Thomas Wayne Gretzky Brady.
Wait.
I don't know what his other middle name, but one of them is Wayne. Third is...
Thomas Wayne?
Yeah.
I hate Batman now.
Oh my God.
Is one of his kids going to
Is
be
that
Batman?
why he's so good?
Is he Batman? Is he Batman's dad?
Is he Batman's dad?
He's Batman's dad in
In
another
alternate
universe where he didn't die. He just became a football
Did you
player.
know that in that universe, the dad becomes Batman and the wife becomes the Joker?
Because the son dies, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Anyway,
Jeffrey Dean Morgan wants to play
Lawrence
that Thomas
Taylor.
Wayne.
Lawrence Taylor is
Number 3?
Number 3.
1 out of 3 you got right.
1 out of 3.
If I
no,
absolutely-
no. 2 out of 3.
I don't put Jerry Rice up there.
I would.
The only reason that his records are so unobtainable is because he played so long.
Correct.
You know what I mean? If he played
That's
the same
the thing,
amount,
but-
if he played the same amount that normal people play,
Right.
I think he's probably a top 5 and maybe a top 3 in every category.
Right. And I agree with you there. And
He's not number 1 in everything.
No, and that's the people overlook that.
Yeah.
He played for like the Raiders and the Seahawks at one point.
He was still good with the Raiders, but everything after, like his last, like I don't remember how many years he played with Oakland. I think it was maybe like 3.
Yeah, but I mean, he was serviceable in Oakland. He wasn't.
His thing was literally catch the ball and get down.
His other thing, and he even said he wanted to play and collect money as long as he could. Like he literally said that was his goal. So I'm not taking anything away from him.
Not a lot of people want to acknowledge the only reason that he retired is because he was playing with Denver and they cut him.
Right. Well, you forget about that. You only remember the great time. With the really great players, you only remember the great stuff.
I'm not taking anything away from the man. Even if you take away all the records, he's still top 3 wide receivers of all time.
Yeah.
Probably still argue the best.
Everybody thinks he's the best.
I do.
I don't,
but
it's
I'm
fine.
saying, gosh, I think his tenure helped a lot too.
It helped a great deal. So Skip asked the question: if you could start your team with one of these 3 players, Jerry Rice, Tom Brady, or Lawrence Taylor, who are you going to start your team with?
LT.
Yeah, not even close. Lawrence Taylor is probably the most impactful football player of all time.
I mean, it'd be hard not to be coked up like he was, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, he had to perform. But you're not going to take a wide receiver, and I don't think Tom Brady's that good.
You can win with a serviceable quarterback.
Tom Brady is serviceable, in my opinion.
You can win without a number 1 wide receiver.
Yep.
You know what you really do need to win?
Great defense.
Great defense.
And how about the best defensive player of all time is your anchor?
It's either him or Reggie White, right?
Oh, easy.
The reason why I put Reggie White on there is because you could literally put him in all 4 spots on the defensive end.
Yep.
And there's like a 90% chance he's still getting to your quarterback.
Reminds me of somebody else who plays in today's game.
Aaron Donald?
Yeah. They don't move him outside enough, to be fair.
That would open up a lot for the rest of the team.
They really only keep him at tackle.
That would open up a lot because think about it, then they'd have to shift 3 dudes over on one side. Why don't they blitz their linebackers more? If you know that Aaron Donald's being triple teamed,
Because Clay Matthews is hurt.
you got other linebackers besides Clay Matthews.
Yeah, but not any that are that good at rushing the quarterback. Their linebacking core is their weak spot.
It is. It's true.
So speaking of greatest players of all time, Skip Bayless
Here we go.
said he would take Michael Irving over Jerry Rice.
Oh my god. This is why you can't take anything Skip Bayless says serious.
Bro.
I'm getting so mad I'm almost ripping off my shirt.
I just would. Michael Irvin was the leader of that team. And
No, he wasn't. You know who the leader of that team was? Troy Aikman. Emmett Smith.
He covered those teams. He was in the locker room. He was
Whatever.
He sat with and ate dinner with Jerry Rice.
You want to know?
Jerry Rice, Jerry Jones.
You want to know the truth? Michael Irvin was so coked up,
he
probably couldn't talk right.
Not
He's
according to Skip.
all right, let's go. You're like, all right, Michael. Anyway, let's move on to somebody else who speaks English.
I'm just saying, dog. He says Michael Irvin was the leader of that team.
Whatever.
Either way, you still take Jerry Rice. Name me a coach who wouldn't take Jerry Rice over Michael Irving. Come on.
When you're naming the top 5 wide receivers of all time, Michael doesn't even come up.
How far down do you go to get to Michael Irving? Well, that'll be a list for another day. So, Keyshawn Johnson. So,
another fucking subpar wide receiver.
subpar. He was okay.
Top 15, maybe.
All time? I'm not talking about all time. He was good when he played. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, he wasn't even that great.
So, they were asking reporters about the Clippers-Lakers rivalry.
why are we asking him?
No.
Okay.
I'm going from Tuesday. And LeBron was like, there's no rivalry. It's one game. You know what we do here, yada, yada, right? But when Kawhi says, I'm coming for you, and plays a commercial saying, this is my town, and coming specifically for you, then it's a rivalry, right?
Yeah.
Keyshawn saying there's no rivalry because the Clippers have never won anything. We're talking about right now, okay?
Yeah.
Right now there is a rivalry.
Don't bring in a history, because then if you bring in a history, there's only like 3 in the entire NBA. You got Lakers, Boston. That's the only one I can think of.
Off the top of my head.
Maybe
Lakers, Boston.
Bulls, Pacers.
The Knicks and the Heat used to be a real rivalry, right?
That's You can't go off history.
No, right now.
History, you have like one. That's it.
I don't agree with that. Like, just because there's a history, right now, Kawhi says, I'm coming for you, and they play in the same building, and they play 4 times a year. That's a rivalry.
Right.
In my humble...
In my book, yeah, and those are the two of the top teams in the whole NBA. So naturally, it's going to be a rivalry.
So Dominique Foxworth says something, and I don't know. I think it's bullshit, but I want your opinion. So he said, winning is not an accurate way to tell how good a quarterback is. Like starting pitching, like winning for a starting pitcher is a clear of how good they are.
Yeah, I agree.
But pitchers can start the game and literally get a no decision or a loss.
Because they didn't pitch well.
But a no decision means that it doesn't go on the record at all.
If you go out as they don't.
I know, but I'm saying I think it's dumb. Because
think about how many quarterbacks have won based just because their defense was good. I.e.
Tom Brady right
Peyton
now.
Manning.
Sure.
When he won his last Super Bowl.
Oh, I agree. But I'm saying I think that's more it's like winning can mean more for a quarterback than it can for a pitcher. I think. Because a pitcher has a way to they can get 2 things that go wrong for them instead of just one.
Well, if they suck and go out and
but you can start
Justin
the game.
Verlander
But you can start the game, not pitch well, and still get the win.
Yeah.
Whereas
quarterbacks cannot play well
and still get a win.
Still get a win.
I think maybe winning is just not accurate overall.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you're a starting pitcher or a quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't think it does. It's not that it doesn't matter. It's just sometimes I think that we hold winning to a higher than it should be. Because, for instance, Dan Marino is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Correct.
He was throwing for 5,000 yards before anyone even thought that was possible.
I agree with Shan Sharp. He threw for 5,000 yards and 48 touchdowns in like the 70s.
Yeah.
And Shan Sharp's like, that's the greatest offensive season there ever will be.
I don't know about that.
Unless
O.J. Simpson ran for 2,000 yards in 14 games.
When they were supposed to run the ball.
2,000 yards worth?
Dan Marino did it before they even knew throwing the ball was a thing.
They're like, hey, why is he... Throwing's against the rules.
Right.
You can't just throw it.
That's why they call it an illegal forward pass. I guess it's situationally.
Hey, come on.
You got to stand farther back if you're going to throw it.
Come on. Get in the
He
literally...
literally...
like a shotgun. That's crazy.
And they were allowed to hit the quarterback for real then. I think that's a pretty...
I definitely don't think Dan Marino gets enough credit.
No.
I really don't.
No.
Especially in today's game, the numbers are skewed.
So, correct. They're
eventually, who do you think right now, playing quarterback right now, when it's all said and done, has the best chance of, say, breaking Drew Brees' career passing yards? It's Mahomes, right? If he stays healthy, plays well.
Honestly, any of these young guys. Mahomes,
but you
Watson.
Could come out and throw. He threw for 5,000 yards his first year as a quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nobody's doing that 10, 15 years ago.
Hell no.
You know what I mean?
5,000 yards was only possible because Dan Marino did it.
Peyton came out his rookie year and threw like 20 touchdowns, 20 interceptions. And that was considered a decent rookie year. Could you imagine if somebody came out and did that now?
He threw 50 touchdowns his first full season.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Disgusting.
Like the difference in games now. Running the ball, you don't run the ball anymore. Running back, and
so
that's why
it's not a bad thing that happened in Chicago.
You think so? Put all your hopes and dreams on Mitchell, huh?
Yeah. So Baker Mayfield got fined again for talking about the refs. His exact quote was, "They need to be held accountable." So, Baker, who's held accountable for the 11 interceptions you've thrown this year?
Freddie Kitchens.
His last name is Kitchens. Give him a break. He used to work as a busboy.
He goes out there and throws in everything but the kitchen sink. Huh?
No.
Look, I might not be a dad, but sometimes my dad jokes on point.
Nah. So, I just want to leave that there. Nothing to say. We all know that Baker shouldn't say that. Because... you were caught on video trying to run from the police, and they caught your ass. So
and referees are held accountable for their actions.
You are not.
They are constantly under scrutiny. Constantly.
They constantly make bad choices.
They do. But to be fair, put yourself in their shoes, making those split-second decisions that it literally impact an entire game.
So
how far are we from robot refs?
far away.
Makes me sad.
Yeah.
Holding. Number 62. I'm like, good job, robot ref. You even got the number right.
James Harden did not make a shot in the second half.
Okay.
And he didn't do anything in the fourth quarter. Not free throws, nothing.
Nothing?
Skip had nothing to say about it. He was like, I like what I see from Russ and Harden.
What about Brody? Did he do a good job?
He did okay.
Did
but
he?
my problem is, no, he didn't. You see his haircut?
You see his haircut?
No.
Has anyone else out there seen his haircut?
If you haven't, go Google Russell Westbrook's haircut. It's terrible.
Come back and then
he's got
and then
braids,
silently nod.
and then he's got braids, and he's got braids that hang down in the front like two antenna, but they're like they got sad, and they're just drooping in front of his
If you were
face.
in Houston right now, would you be sad? I would be.
Houston's pretty nice.
Are they good? They're real good.
No, but Skip was like, "Oh, I like what I saw from them, dude. They lost."
Whatever, yeah.
He was like, "Well, James Harden's not going to miss that many shots every game." Well, neither is LeBron. Well, Eric Gordon was 1 for 17. That's never going to happen.
He was really 1 for 17.
In the second half, him and James Harden combined for 1 for 17. From the floor.
Gosh.
Yeah, and he's like, "Well, that's not going to happen every game." Well, no shit, Sherlock. But also, LeBron's not going to play bad every game. Anthony Davis isn't going to play bad every game.
Again, it's these.
I know, but I have to.
The hypocrite in him. It's ridiculous. It is so. You could punch logic holes through him. It would literally look like Swiss cheese.
He said Kawhi Leonard is a better shooter and a better facilitator than LeBron James.
You're right.
To go along with defense.
You're right.
Because of his game of 9 assists.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Just want to leave that out there. Also,
LeBron is too busy getting more than 9 assists. So
yeah. Just to be
how
clear,
many? What was that number you said? How many times he said?
Oh, 300. I believe it's over 320.
Okay.
With at least 9.
Okay.
Hey, quick question. How many? If you had to guess, how many triple doubles Kawhi Leonard has?
0.
Right, because he's never had more than 9 assists in a game. LeBron James has 81. To put that into perspective, Russell Westbrook has like 100 in the last 3 years. So two quick hitters before we go. Oklahoma lost their first game this year to Kansas State.
I got nothing.
Nothing to say?
No. Good.
Wow.
Great.
What about Jalen for MVP?
Still
Heisman?
Still Heisman.
Can't.
Why?
Lost the game.
So Johnny Manziel won it. That's all I'll
it
say.
is 38-7.
What's 38-7? Say it into the mic slowly.
Michigan is beating Notre Dame 38-7.
You hear that in the distance? What is that? What's that noise? Sounds like overrated.
Ohio State beat Wisconsin 38-7.
What happened to Wisconsin, bro?
They lost 2 weeks in a row.
Wisconsin does what they do every year. They play well until they decide they don't want to anymore.
Texas lost TCU. Hey, listen, Alabama's third-string quarterback is Tua Tagovailoa's younger brother.
Say that again.
Tua Tagovailoa.
You can't just make up names.
His younger brother's Tulani.
All right, that's enough. They're not allowed to have kids anymore.
After Tagovailoa, I would say you should probably be careful.
How dare you pass that last name on to somebody else?
Anyway, so she's been very good in being quiet, but we do have our third co-host here. She's really tired, and she needs her pants changed and some food. So I need to go. It's been great talking to you all this week.
Good episode this week. Follow us on Twitter,
Facebook, YouTube.
Slowly but surely building an Instagram.
Are we?
Yeah.
Did you see our Facebook post last week?
Did I?
I'm asking.
No.
Did you read it, though?
Did I misspell something?
No, I'm asking.
No. Why?
I have my wife type them out.
Smart.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the one you posted?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
She gets mad. She got mad when I did it a couple weeks ago. She's like, "You spelled that wrong, and there's no punctuation." I'm like, "So?" She's like, "Well, you do this right." I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Do it right." So she took my laptop and changed it.
That's what you get.
Yeah. So anyway,
that's the joys of being married. You get to mess up, and then your wife comes and cleans it up for you.
Don't ever let her listen to this. She'll kill you.
My wife would too. It's fine.
Anyway, it's
Follow
been great
us
talking
on
to you.
social media, and thanks for listening.
And if you have anything you want to talk about.
Any suggestions? Maybe some top 5s, top 20s.
Just hit me up on the old Twitter machine.
Don't have me build a team because I'm bad at it.
That is true.
That's a little callback to, was that episode 2?
I think it was episode 2, yeah. We talked about the NBA making a 82-0 team.
My team was hot off the press.
No, you only lost, 5 games?
What was the goal?
82-0.
Yeah. Hot off the press is garbage.
Who went 82-0 though?
You did.
That's all.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's
we'll
all
talk
you
to
need
you.
to know.
We'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
You know how to do it though.
Later.